Welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Nate Myhack. We'll get to those stories in just a few minutes. But first, we are expecting some more snow in the area tomorrow. And Jeff, it's a good time with all the snowmobile trails opening up. What do you say?
Yeah, this is a winter weather advisory. Kicks in tomorrow at noon through tomorrow evening for snow. We have another widespread 2, 4, 5 inches of snow on the way for us beginning about midday tomorrow into tomorrow night. Out there right now, though, System 1 is getting out of here as we speak. We'll get decreasing clouds tonight, maybe some clear skies for an hour or two, and then temperatures are going to crash quickly with lows back in the single digits. But then tomorrow, we'll get the clouds to increase early tomorrow morning, and by, say, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this system here and part of that system up there will be in our backyards, and that means some more snowfall for us through tomorrow afternoon. So Futurecast shows the story very well. Increasing clouds tomorrow morning, some snow by about late midday. That snow will continue through about 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. Again, not the heaviest snow in the world, but it's going to do something like this. A widespread 2, 3, 4, 5 inch snowfall, with the heaviest snow being across parts of central Wisconsin tomorrow afternoon. Our forecast for tonight, though, is decreasing clouds and cold with low temperatures down near 3. Your full forecast is coming up, Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. The nation's airlines canceled thousands of flights again today, some because of bad weather, but many others because of a lack of airline staff, grounded by COVID infections. And tonight, the CDC is changing its recommendation to get people out of isolation quicker after a positive test. NBC's Chris Pallone has the latest.
Tonight, new guidance from the CDC, slashing the time someone with COVID should remain in isolation from 10 days to 5 after a positive test if they no longer have symptoms. The agency citing research that shows a COVID-positive patient spreads the disease more in the early stages of the illness. Last week, the CDC cut the time healthcare workers have to isolate after a positive test from 10 days to 7, but today's update applies to everyone.
They have an essential job. We want to get them back on that job before the 10-day period.
Welcome, Mr. President.
President Biden assured the nation's governors his administration is ready for the worst of the Omicron surge.
My message to the governor is simple. If you need something, say something.
But he admits to being caught flat-footed in ramping up testing before the holidays.
But it's not enough. It's clearly not enough. If we'd known, we would have gone harder, quicker if we could have.
In New York City, where new vaccine mandates take effect today, new testing centers are up and running in 2 subway stations. The White House promises 500 million at-home tests will be available by mail next month.
I was looking for the home test and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Some states are setting record highs for new infections, and hospital ICUs, like in Minnesota, are at capacity.
Most days were completely full. Some
data appear to show Omicron cases are more mild, but that's not true for everyone.
I would say the vast majority of people coming into the ICU are those that are unvaccinated.
The nation's airlines blame COVID and bad weather for thousands of flight cancellations in the days leading up to Christmas. Thousands more flights have been canceled today. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
The adaptation of virtual technology to medicine sped up during the pandemic, allowing patients to see physicians for regular checkups as well as minor medical issues without the risk of an in-person visit. Starting back in 2008, the eICU program helps reduce the need to relocate patients to bigger cities by having them monitored remotely. Specially trained doctors and nurses work together from an eICU facility in Madison, monitoring live feeds from partner hospitals across Wisconsin and northern Illinois.
Having the COVID patients has expanded our volume significantly, because other years that would be a patient population we wouldn't have filling beds. And unfortunately, we are seeing high numbers in our area, so they're filling a lot of our beds.
The eICU has helped care for 1,300 COVID ICU patients since 2020. About 25% of total admissions have been in just the last 6 weeks as the Omicron surge mixes with holiday travel to tax already overwhelmed hospitals.
Having this resource has really helped assure us that we really are doing great things here in Medford, the small little critical access hospital in rural Wisconsin. You know, we are doing great things because of our partnership with UW.
And while it won't address larger issues like exhausted, overworked employees and a lack of medical staff overall, programs like the eICU are ways to help meet patients' needs in the short term. And lines remain steady for COVID-19 testing in Milwaukee. Here's a look at the line this morning at a health center in the city. According to Milwaukee health officials, since the beginning of December through last Wednesday, more than 12,000 people have been tested. An uptick in testing has taken place all across the country as the Omicron variant continues to spread and bring more positive COVID-19 cases. Packer fans got to celebrate 3 occasions on Saturday afternoon: a Green Bay win, Christmas, and a new record for Aaron Rodgers. In the first quarter of their win over the Browns, Rodgers threw his 443rd touchdown pass in his career. That mark broke an old franchise record previously held by Brett Favre. And during the celebration, the team played a video message from Favre congratulating Rodgers on the new record. And he also added in a request to get the team another Super Bowl win. After the game, number 12 had a lot to say about that moment.
The tribute afterwards, man, that was really cool to see, from the first touchdown to Greg on down the line, some of the memorable ones over the years, and then to get a message from Favre definitely, got me a little teary-eyed on the bench. So a moment I'll never forget.
As for Allen Lazard, the man who caught the record-breaking 11-yard pass, being involved in a historic moment is something he never expected.
Just thinking about my journey. That this dude's thrown 43 touchdowns, and I think I have like maybe 12 or something like that. Just to be a part of his legacy, to be a part of his organization. It was a huge moment of gratitude.
The Packers did receive some bad news on Monday. 5 players were added to the reserve COVID-19 list. The team will face the Vikings this Sunday on NBC. We're only a few days away from the new year, and many will watch the ball drop and discover what their New Year's resolution is. But before you start thinking about next year, there are 5 things you should do before the end of this year. That's after Maine weather with Jeff, right here on News Watch 12.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, take 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
At WJFW, our News Watch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The News Watch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC News Watch 12, news from where you live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Justin Scher, DC with the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau. Are you one of the millions of people suffering with the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy? Your symptoms may include numbness and tingling in your feet or hands, difficulty sleeping from leg or foot discomfort, and debilitating balance problems. I have good news for you. You can now get relief with our breakthrough treatment method without the use of drugs or surgery. Our treatments help to heal damaged nerves that cause peripheral neuropathy. If left untreated, you may eventually end up with a walker or wheelchair, so don't delay. Call our office now to schedule an appointment to see if our treatment methods are right for you. We will do a painless neuropathy severity exam to determine the amount of nerve loss. If you qualify for our treatment, it can truly change your life. Start living your life pain-free. Call today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule an eye exam before your vision benefits or FSA funds expire.
Welcome back, my friends. Well, here we are, that goofy week between Christmas and New Year where no one really seems to know what day of the week it is. But today's Monday and it snowed across the area this morning. Land O'Lakes, 7 inches. Park Falls, over 8 inches. And Antigo, 5.9 inches. So you get the idea. A healthy snow across the area today. That will be back again tomorrow. And look where we are year to date, or season to date so far. We're at 39.8 inches in Rhinelander, up against last year by today's date. We already had 18.1 and then 33.9 the year before. So that was the big year. We had over 116 inches of snow. We'll see. But right now we're on a good track of having lots of snow into the winter months. And we're there right now as the snow trails are opening today and tomorrow across parts of the area. Looking outside now, the big snow from earlier is now out of here. See you later. A couple of flurries are left over. We will get a couple hours of clearing skies tonight before we get the clouds to increase overnight tonight, and that is ahead of our next weather maker. It's a snowmaker again across the west right here, the Four Corners area. That's going to give us some snow tomorrow. Now, the system will not be as big as the one that came through earlier today. We're talking maybe a 2, 3, 4 inch snowfall, maybe a 5 inch across central Wisconsin. Most of us, though, will see less snow tomorrow than we saw across the area today. And here it is now, the big dual low is kind of pulling out of the Great Lakes region as we speak. Behind it, high pressure built in for tonight, for one night only, before the lows kind of catch up with it and we get that weather across the area for tomorrow. Futurecast shows us very well. So it'll be a narrow sliver across the area tonight of decreasing clouds or clear skies. That will allow temperatures to drop very quickly across the area this evening. But then the snow fills back in. Here we are tomorrow late afternoon, snowing light to moderately across the area, likely starting about 2 o'clock, lingering through probably 7 or 8 tomorrow evening. And then we're done with that. We clear out again for parts of Wednesday before another little system gets in here later on Thursday with some light snow on Thursday. So the snowfall looks like this. Again, this is not going to be as widespread or as heavy as this morning's, but a few of you are looking at probably 3, 4, 4.5 inches of snow by this time tomorrow evening. And that's going to be enough to shovel and make things slippery across the area. And as you know, make sure you turn your headlights on. It'll be daytime snow for most of it tomorrow. Thus, a winter weather advisory again. We're getting kind of used to these, right? For snow, this is your tax dollars at work saying, hey, take it easy tomorrow. It's going to be a bit rough out there on the roadways because ground temperatures are so cold now. Whatever falls will stick into tomorrow night. Then the other side of the story here is the temperatures. For weeks now, we've been watching just incredibly cold air right across the border, right? It's been hanging out there for a while, but now it's going to be unlodged or unleashed beginning tomorrow. And a piece of that will be in our backyards beginning probably on Wednesday into Thursday. Already now getting in the Dakotas. Bismarck's at 7 below. You get the idea. Part of that is moving in our direction. So we have snow on the way, trails opening, and much colder temperatures on the way as well. That's great news for the tourism. We want those snow trails to harden up and the ice to thicken up too for all the ice fishermen and women out there as well. Going forward though, so tomorrow 26, 21 for Wednesday, and then downhill from there, we'll have highs basically in the teens Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday as colder air is on the way. Our forecast then tonight though is partly cloudy skies. It'll still be breezy. Look at that low temperature near 3 with a gusty southwest wind. For tomorrow, it's Tuesday. Afternoon snow, probably beginning about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A widespread 2 to 5 inch snow tomorrow with high temperatures near 26. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows that snow tomorrow. Breaking the action Wednesday, probably some light snow late Thursday night. And then again late Friday night, which is also probably New Year's Eve, as you know. And then New Year's Day, we're looking at more snow in the forecast. That one could be a heavy snow with high temperatures near 14. Nate?
Thank you, Jeff. The calendar year is almost over, and as you make plans on how to celebrate the end of 2021, doctors say now is also the best time to take stock of your health and make changes to improve in the year ahead. Mandy Gaither has a look at the 5 things that should be on your end of the year health checklist.
3, 2, 1. Before you ring in the new year, make sure you set yourself up for a healthy 2022.
It's never too late to jump back on the bandwagon, especially if you've put your health needs on the back burner.
Dr. Nehai Via says good preventative care helps catch health issues early when they may be easier to treat. She recommends adding these 5 things to your year-end health checklist. Number 1, schedule wellness exams. These visits include a physical exam, making sure you're up to date with your vaccinations, and screenings to check for diseases. Number 2, prioritize sleep today. Don't wait until next year to create a consistent bedtime routine, and put away screens at least a half hour before going to sleep.
It's not a surprise that many of our sleep habits have been disrupted during the pandemic. We are sleeping later.
Number 3, jumpstart your nutrition and exercise habits. Start making small changes now to your nutrition and workout routine.
This is a journey and not a destination. So some of these healthy habits should be incorporated before the start of the new year.
Number 4, discuss your mental well-being. Talk with your doctor about any mental health concerns you have, like anxiety and depression. And finally, play. As hectic as the final days of the year are, make sure you schedule some time to go outdoors and enjoy time with family.
Don't forget our furry friends. They have been there for us during the pandemic and even before, and they are vital to improve our mental health.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Now, gifts are a huge part of the holidays, but not every gift can be the best. So sometimes you just have to return it. Analysts predict $120 billion worth of products will be returned to stores. We'll break that all down after the break.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. When helping plan your dream kitchen or bath with in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 25 years of experience, overseen 500+ projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
What are you doing? Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water? Then get to Wisconsin's biggest boat and pontoon showroom at American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. We have more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else, and we have the biggest and best deals, guaranteed by at least $500. Don't get left out in the cold. Get the most out of your weekends this year with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Most pubs have a football team, a darts team. This pub has a choir, always has, and we are the Choir of Man.
Wake me up when it's all over. The hottest show, stunning audiences across the globe, has landed stateside. Join the Choir of Man in the best pub show you've ever been to. Raise your glass to the Choir of Man.
At the Grand Theater, downtown Wausau.
This is your country.
I'm getting them good.
This is Hodag Country. With Double M and the Morning Hodag. And the best country all day long. Hodag Country, 97.3 WHDG.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Santa maybe didn't bring exactly what you wanted this year, so for some, it's time to make a return or exchange. NBC's Vicki Nguyen has more.
First, the rush to get presents under the tree, and now the rush to return some of those gifts for cash or store credit. Analysts predict $120 billion worth of products will be returned this holiday season, up from the previous record of $115 billion last year. The increase spurred by online shopping.
So maybe you get that gift that you're not so keen on? Okay, the first thing to do, make sure you don't remove it from the original packaging. Even though stores are pretty generous with their return policies these days, they're a lot more likely to give you a cash refund rather than store credit if they can resell the item. Yeah, this is going back.
Also, make sure you don't accidentally throw away the gift receipt with your wrapping paper. No receipt might mean no refund.
If you do lose the receipt, your options are to re-gift the item or have that awkward conversation with the person who gave you the gift to see if they have a receipt. If not, you can bring it back to the store. Most will give you a store credit, but be prepared, some won't.
For in-person returns,
make sure that you bring your ID. Most stores will ask for it, even if you didn't buy the item. They're trying to cut down on people who abuse return policies. And guys, when you're inside the store, make sure you're nice to the employee. Oftentimes, they have discretion on whether or not to accept that return.
It's also the right thing to do. But what if you don't want to brave those crowds?
Many retailers will cover the cost of a return, but you got to print out the label at home and then make sure that you package up that item carefully and either schedule a pickup or take it directly to the shipper.
Perhaps even easier, you can take the item back to the physical storefront. No labels or boxes required. Amazon accepts returns at Amazon Go, Amazon Books, Whole Foods, and even Kohl's locations. Most other retailers, including Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and Apple, will also accept online returns in person at their stores. With a bigger push to shop early, many retailers extended their return windows. Apple has a strict 14-day return policy, but holiday purchases can be returned through January 8th. Amazon's 30-day policy is being replaced by a January 31st holiday return window. Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's have 90-day return policies. Kohl's, 180 days. And Costco will let you return products at any time, except for electronics, which have a 90-day return window.
If it's footwear or clothing, just make sure you don't wear that item out until you know that you want to keep it. Stores do have the right to refuse a refund if the items look used or they're heavily soiled. A good rule of thumb, if it's in a state that you wouldn't buy it in, your refund will probably be rejected. However, if the product is damaged or defective, the retailer will almost always give you a refund or at least let you exchange it.
It's easier than ever to return your unwanted gifts, especially if you're prepared with these simple tips.
Get the latest news on the weekends with Newswatch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Cooper Henkel, the sports team, and Andrew Keycaper. Newswatch 12.
It's time for Trig's annual New Year's Eve seafood sale. One day only, December 30th. We have the hottest prices of the year on crowd pleasers like lobster tails, jumbo sea scallops, and new this year, colossal snow crablings. Choose from dozens of varieties of holiday shrimp, including wild Gulf shrimp. Make it a surf and turf New Year with our certified Angus beef T-bones, helping you celebrate in style. Stop by Trig's one-day New Year's Eve seafood sale from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. for best selection, December 30th at all Trig's locations.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in, it's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now, get an edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
Tune in as Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller brings you the most up-to-the-minute weather data weeknights at 5, 6, and 10. WJFW utilizes industry-leading technology to provide you with an accurate Northwoods weather forecast.
Let me get in on that. Let's take it. Move along, Grandpa. You're ruining our TikTok. Why don't you go play outside?
Outside? I don't have that app.
Oh, give me the strength.
Kenan premieres January 3rd on NBC.
The Northwoods can be a hotbed of severe weather. To stay up to the minute on when and where storms will hit, tune in to the weather team you can count on, Weather Watch 12. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller and meteorologists Devin Biggs and Andrew Keycaper break down severe weather live on WJFW, Facebook Live, and the WJFW Weather app, so you and your family can be prepared and safe from severe weather. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
All right, Nate, the cloud cover out there now is getting out of here tonight. We'll get an hour or two of clear skies before our next system gets in here. That's our next system to the west. That's going to bring us some more snow tomorrow. Looks like a widespread 2, 3, 4 inch snowfall on the way. Thus, another winter weather advisory kicks in at noon tomorrow through tomorrow night for snow. So if you're out driving around tomorrow, headlights on and just slow down. And again, the snowfall looks like this. This one will not be as big or as heavy as the one that came through this morning. But then we open the door to colder temperatures. We're going to set the trails and the lakes Get lots of ice fishing going on this weekend with temperatures in the teens.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to get those parkas out, the mittens, the hat.
Hey, parkas?
Whole nine yards. Yeah, of course the parkas. All right, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight at 10.
What's up, Park?